Welcome everybody, here's your Strategy Wolf and welcome back to Victoria 3. Welcome back with our Danish kingdom, but under very liberal leadership here. Frederick von Oldenburg, also our king in our political system after our most recent election that delivered us this, let's say, yeah, land folk plus independent worker, let's say liberal, progressive or yeah, modern leftist government if you want, so the classical ones are surprisingly still hidden. But it is definitely like not a conservative one, and that's where we are in 68. And we also just signed within the Russians civil war, or not really, but uprising. Yeah, I think it was too short to call it really a civil war. We actually got some investment rights in Russia, which I still can't really believe it. But apart from this, yeah, we're modernizing the country as always. Actually, we don't have any change just now. For now, we're keeping the situation as it is. Yeah, we have this financial huge problem which we can solve if we just stop state construction, which we will do after finishing quickly these things, and then we're gonna back to the saving money. Yeah, and I was talking about getting something from Sweden for our zoo, so we're definitely gonna get the elk. Yeah, I was talking about mooses, like getting a moose, right? So get it, not a wolf, a moose or elk. I think elk is actually just the American kind of, a reindeer. I think they're different, elk and reindeer. But yeah, this is up for experts to discuss here. I think we all know we're talking about a huge animal with massive antlers. I was talking about a moose, but okay, it's an elk in this case. Oh, yeah, the steel subvention still haven't really. Are we importing steel as hell? Yeah. Apart from this, obviously, we're trying to. Okay, philosophical pragmatism to improve the situation. Standard of living is decaying again, but this is, I think, not a fundamental problem or substantial one, or GDP per capita. Well, we're actually still quite bad, to be honest. Why? Actually, we think, yeah, we have not everybody's working. Oh, Germany is doing well economically. That's not so often the case, actually. Good to see, good to see. Yeah, why France is a disaster. What the hell? Yeah, I don't understand how the AI sometimes so underperforms in so many ways, but in Russia we saw was like the biggest disaster ever. Nevertheless, good for us. Maybe it wasn't that great that we got the trade rights with the French. But they also looked very Orleanist still, so maybe a little bit backward. Construction sector throughput, a little bit maybe too rough. Open here if we're not doing steel, shift work, economies of scale, vacuum canning. Not 100% convinced by most of these things. Maybe you should actually go towards. Let's go for the monitor, because then I can actually, yeah, modernize my entire fleet to steel ships and maybe adjust our, yeah, military shipbuilding a bit. Since they are also running. No, they're not only running shipyards, no military shipyards. No, they cannot actually. Could have done logging camps, okay, I didn't know. But I gave them the shipyard. Ah, they run ports, normally river ports. Okay, they're the trade centers. It's been a while. Did we give them the trade? Okay, they normally just do ports and river docks, okay. And we gave them the shipyards also on top, okay. The moment struggling a bit financially from what I see. I don't know where this is coming from. Are we getting any... Are we getting... Is there nothing actually, no bony they are providing? Let me have a look, is there nothing? Conways, no, it's this one, yeah, it's still there, right? As long as they're not falling out of productivity. I hope this is gonna come back at some point, yeah. Yellow fever ends at what cost? It's good. The elk is here. It's an elk to the zoo, nice. And we have the Ring of Progress. Medical system expanded, yeah, this is part of this, but let's leave this quickly. A new Ring of Boulevards binds city and state together. Is this from the architect or is this a Copenhagen typical thing? I'm not sure. Where once stood muddy embankments, now stone and iron rule. The great avenue curves like a necklace around the heart of Copenhagen, binding its districts in motion and light. It was no mere roadwork. Entire blocks were redrawn, parks carved out, monuments framed in perfect perspective. Gas lamps bloom at dusk like ordered stars. With every meter paved, Copenhagen becomes more legible, more imperial. Officials speak of urban harmony, and the people? They promenade, gazing at statues they've never seen before on streets they once feared to walk. Okay. Your architect gains reputation. Theophilus Hansen, okay. I think this sounds like a... Is this here with the channel? I mean, yeah, I've been to Copenhagen once. It's hard if I can tell if this is Copenhagen. It looks a bit like it, but in the end this looks like probably every other European capital by the end of the 19th century or in the 19th century. Yeah. I'm not sure if this was a Copenhagen or then. I think it was actually still a specific event, but you guys can let me know if you want to down in the comments, of course, as always. Peter Parnum, yeah, what has he done actually? Our physician, general medicine, yeah, he's not specific on anything. Here we get something here over here, and we have, of course, again, thousands of things to do for our guys. Maybe we should go for a... Or Moisadia went after capital expansion. I think I'm gonna go for it again. Yeah, we have this one province that should be bombastic. The chemist, theorize element, discover an element, isolate, improve fertilizers, theorize. Come on. Not 100% what how this works still. Prospect ore. Now here do nothing. Disease description in Italy. Typhus, perfect. You guys. I feel like... Do we get some expedition rights? Mountain. It's right here. But how do I know if something is... nobody wants to grant us one, so... Okay. Well, can they train? It's just equipment. Well, then get yourself good equipment, guys. And, I mean, we were still going to pause, no worries. As you see, we're coming under new point. It's changing a bit, like, but it's the biggest debt we ever had. But our interest rate has gone down in the meantime. Yep. Definitely not. City of Korhogogen, exactly. Research and development. It is becoming evident this is an age of technology and machinery as much as of capital investment. Our investors increasingly focus on taking up loans to fund sweeping technological innovations. And this is a decision, right? Focus on catching up with the world. Investor debt very high. Or this is... Our own minds will pave the way. Spread or research speed and throughput, or production. I think our own minds will pave the way, yeah. Because production, once again, I mean, with our little limited resources over here. Oh wow, the banking sector is doing great. Maybe I should... I will build this. Maybe we have even a company for, or like a generic company for the Copenhagen's banks. I'm not sure. That's not good. Should we export some of our newspapers and books? Maybe, yeah. Yeah, here's still like the opera house doesn't really run well, or there's no demand for it at all, actually, like. I think I've read in the comments, but it's been a while that it might be due to another mod. But I'm not sure. I think Morgenröte was loaded last. Oh gosh, and here also we could need no motors. Now it is coming in hot. Let's finish the 5 weeks and then I'm gonna... These guys gonna start kicking off later. New astronomer, great, we were waiting for him, right? Good that he's here. Corporatism, it's coming. Typhus epidemic, so many events, guys. Yeah, let's get it. And Arge Gürtelberg crashed. Get a new one. Orge. Who's this? Cuba. So much embassy with Cuba is really not important for me right now. Actually, why were we building this one? Also not too important. Still crazy. What kind of plus our investment pool is making? 70k, guys, while we're having It just like, that's why we kind of need to switch again to this, apart from HP more, they are not like super efficient these days. And I'm a little bit disappointed how they roll out here. But this one in Sweden is really great. Steam Donkey, okay. I think we can immediately apply it actually for our few mines we do have, right? We have basically just the silver mine. No, that's actually not, because it makes it less profitable. Where do we have the silver mines? Iceland and Togo, okay. Leave them be. Leave them be. Maybe it's... No, not at the moment. We still have workforce available. And yeah, sorry guys, we are at the point where... Okay, I'm getting greedy. I'm getting greedy. I'm gonna finish this one at least. One more banking sector since this one was so profitable. And we have a ring road palais. A nobleman overreached himself building a palace in the new city district of Copenhagen. The half-finished building ruin threatens to become an eyesore. Ring Road Palace is the term for magnificent palaces on Vienna's Ringstraße. These buildings were mostly built by the old nobility or by bankers and industrialists in the late 19th century. The palaces were built in a mixture of Neo-Baroque and Neo-Renaissance or Neo-Mannerism style. They were also a symbol of rise and status. However, one of the builders has recently overstretched and is facing bankruptcy. The people are already scoffing at the eyesore, which is the worst case could have to be demolished again, thus extending the completion of the entire project. Let's sell out here, yeah. We share the costs, even though for Copenhagen we're gonna stop so that we have money. Quarantine in Dutch West Indies. Yeah, special houses. Yeah, weird. This one was definitely about Vienna, but maybe there was different places in the world where this was like that. Do we have positions, by the way? I'm now super interested if some of our financial districts already bought stuff in Russia. Doesn't look like it, right? But I would like to, maybe we can... They're not even running nicely. Would be interesting. What is happening? No, this was just for a split second. Let's finish this and we're going 5 weeks and then we're saving... Oh yeah, we have to give some rest to our reserves. You never know. We don't want to drop into bankruptcy easily. Chukotka, this sounds like Russia. Yes, this is probably the first time we're building somewhere. Kind of impressive where we got our, like... Yeah, we get like a couple of investment rights all over the globe. That's the beauty. Okay, we're done with this financial district, therefore pause the company government construction for a bit. Yeah, this looks good, no? Are we actually in a high... fuck. Oh, sorry. Didn't want to curse. Might be even an option to lower the... let's use high taxes for a bit. Then we're going to lower them at some point. Yeah, of course, because high tax is not good for our situation. Yeah, Roaring Exchange, that's really good for us. Zeeland has developed into a bustling financial center with a myriad of banks and exchanges offering all manners of financial systems. It seems clear that Zeeland will become one of the most financial capitals of the world. Woohoo! That's what we were aiming for. Kind of my Dutch strategy. I had a single player run with the Netherlands where I kind of had banking and trading in Amsterdam, basically making us extremely rich. I think it's a little bit easier with the Netherlands than with Denmark, but we're going to this direction, apart from, of course, the redistribution of wealth I'm planning in Denmark, because we're not these fucking capitalists as in the Netherlands, of course. We are Hygge people. And here we go for the agriculture investments. Rise for Great Boon again, yes. In the avenues of authority. The new prefect reshapes Copenhagen, one axis at a time, wide, straight, and utterly uncompromising. This is not expansion, it's surgery. Whole neighborhoods fall beneath the compass and the plan. Streets are carved like boulevards through once maze-like quarters. Old alleys vanish. In their place rises long, straight, and always leading to a monument, a barracks, or a ministry. Resistant brews, but permits assigned, houses expropriated, and facades aligned. Copenhagen now speaks the language of order. Visibility, circulation, control. Behind the grandeur lies intention. The poor call it the scoring. The officials call it modernization. The prefect calls it necessary. Let no one escape the plan. And we're getting architectural splendor and reputation, yeah. This was, I think, very... Oh, then I wanted to check the painting a bit closer, if this was Copenhagen or not. Oh, it's coming in, yeah. And we have another color epidemic in India. Well, that's okay, whatever. Yeah. Nicely written again. I'm always impressed how things are being here negotiated. And we... Theory of a new element. Element number 84 by Dr. Kloman. Nice. But hey, that's just a theory. A chemist's theory. Oh yeah, there was the finish. Actually, this was a finishing of our capital expansion. Nice. Can we do it one urban planning for Zeeland? Let's do it. Yeah, this urban centers, I'm always... I mean, here you have it heavily modded, sure, or a couple of mods, but also in the base game, like, why is these centers, whenever you modernize them, the city centers, then they get less profitable because no one wants to really consume all the services. Why is our interest so low these days? What interest rate are we fulfilling? 5 point... Maybe because here we have a bonus. I'm really tempted to reduce the taxes now. I will. Oh no, let's find a threshold. Let's say we want to be here quickly, and then we can load things. No, I don't want an alliance with New Granada. Definitely not. Dual Entente, exactly. Yeah. Denmark and New Granada, the massive world powers. Okay, now we're building Russia's railway. Conduction season ends, that's good. I think our medical research character treatment for opium addicts. Yeah, then let's do this, right? For a naturalist or for... Yeah, come on, our naturalist. He shouldn't be smoking down that opium all the time. Composer, you do a music tour, I would say. Just show your band Fountain Martineers. Do not care about this one. Disease treatment, yes. I want to go to typhus in Great Britain, and you are going to discover an element. Yeah, I think I'm gonna automate actually the chemist. It's nothing I really enjoy. Also the astronomer. The astronomer is more interesting, but I never really checked this one, to be honest. Hydrogen 1671. Really? It's that early? Known since ancient time. Carbon. Interesting. Oh, interesting. It's this story of the Valerie. Once again, I'm impressed. Boah, come on. How much effort here the Morgenröte team puts in, considering that I don't know if so many people ever like truly check this out. Yeah. And I guess 84 are we, right? Here it's not a. There's not a name for it yet. So this is in the game time. Theorized, isolated. So I have to isolate it next, I assume. Or no, find it first. We theorize it, we need to find it, then we can isolate it. And I guess there's prestige bony and so forth to do that. Let's, by the way, improve relations with the Italians. Yep, is there some kind of a... No desire for them yet to get in, but okay. The ambassador of North German Federation attended today's concert conducted by Oscar Harmonic, but did not leave a good hair about the performance. What is wrong with the Prussians? Why don't they like us? Finally someone says it. Yeah, we don't, not too, like I really want to get a trading situation with the Germans. Our composer has completed all preparation. First she goes to Bavaria, okay. Danish composer in Munich, very much welcome. Thomas Bernsdorf was, what? Oh, you can get Colorado, it's okay. Stone Peaks, good. And Harvest in Days of Darkness. West Java now, yeah, probably no, we have no intention to donate money over there. And there's a big tsunami in the Indian Ocean also there. We don't have the money to provide catastrophic reliefs all over the place. We can't be the healers of the world. US aid goes down. Yeah, these Swedes, guys. They wanted to... We wanted to be back on track with them, of course. Yeah, we still can't do right component monopoly. Sad. Yeah, I still don't want to give the Swedes investment rights in... I mean, we could potentially, right? Oh, they actually have a good GDP. They're part of the German market, I guess that's helpful. But why? How can the Swedes be... Oh, they're even almost overtaking us in terms of standard of living. We have to lower the taxes. I mean, we want to be friendly with the Swedes, but in the end... 62%, come on, let's do it. 25 years, let's go. Accept. Why? Kiruna are still... Well, we have to wait and require another animal. Give us the wolves. There we go, the wolf is incoming. Okay, let's try again, but probably this doesn't count. It's the same, that's the problem. Yeah, with our investment rights they would do it, but I don't want to. Is there something I could offer? I bet because they're not the market leader, there's nothing to offer. Sorry, bros. I mean, we can do this one for 5 years and then accept it like this and then see from there on, like, keeping maybe the relations higher like this, and then we can get back to investment. I'm pretty sure about this. No, not right now. And let me know in a more intrusive, less intrusive way. More intrusive, yeah. And we can send you to the Dutchies, that's okay, actually. I mean, we heavily invested over there too. Public panic in Pegu. Have a look into Pegu also at the same time. Well, here are capitalists building Russian. The thing is, I don't know if you've ever reached this point that I was aiming for, because I'm already getting too greedy to just quickly say, okay, let's build these ones. Let's do this. Yep, I'm too greedy. It is what it is, guys. Small acquisition. Fossil. Who is Hermann Scharkenborg? The industrial, political, liberal nationalist. He's not that important, to be honest. He's a wife, though. Oh, we don't even have our guys here. This, for the construction efficiency, we should have them happy. Stable supply policy. This is something we could do, right? Yeah, absolutely. Better than mercantilism. Trade advantage for exports. Yeah, I mean, better for exports, but we need imports badly, so let's go for stable supply policy. For trade, I think just appalling the landowners a bit. I would like to annihilate the landowners though. Common purpose. Cholera outbreak. We stand against cholera. Trevor, wonderful. The next balloon is died. I just don't want to afford the next one. But the deficit is really getting smaller and smaller. Yeah. I don't want to pay for a balloonist right now, I don't care. A Western Norwegian uprising, okay. What is this? Western Norway. Huh? I've never seen this happening. Is this a tag? That's West Norway. And or is this a revolt for... I mean, there's no different pops or something like this. There's no region, right? Holy moly, they have a lot of Croatians already here? Okay, North Andean. Has Norway... Norway has... cultural exclusion, okay. Cool. Yeah, we should go in this way too. We need, at some point we need more migrants. At the moment it's okay since we can't really bring all of our own Danish people into jobs, but yeah, at some point we have to have a look over this. Build, build, build. Overheating. Yeah, market volatility. Very high investor debt. Chance of private loan defaults. Prudence might be in order. I think we have enough investment pool contributions, so prudence might be in order. We don't have to overdo it. Exodus of the rich, yeah, let them go, we get money. Wonderful, go from Pegu, go somewhere else, wherever you want to. Typhus epidemic. Yeah, epidemic, typhus in Danish West Indies. Yeah. Okay, the deficit is not getting so much smaller also at the same time. But let's quickly build these. Is there another industry that is running extremely well for us down here? These standard things, right? They don't hurt us to extend a bit. Luxury furniture is good. Oh, we need more dice. Yeah, we will get them. Where can we have dye plantations already, right? And we had in Africa, and we have potential to. Let's do it domestic. Togo. Danish Togo. Is this our tiny ass? Danish Togo. Oh no, it's done. Danish Togo is our colony that's already set, right? So actually, this can be used. Then I also want some coffee, maybe. Why not? And we have, yeah. Okay, let's try this. We have construction even here, right? But why was nobody working in there? Let's bring in some colonial goods from Africa. I think we will like coffee over time. Scandinavians in general, big coffee drinkers, I think. Now, no strengthening of the landowners for sure. Something in Burma, I don't care for right now. Yeah, and we're also gonna get out of the Norwegian situation. River development in Rostov. Okay, yeah, wait, that's good actually here at the Don. If HP Möller probably is building this one and owning it, I have no problemo with this one. And I really hope we're gonna get a Russian sub-center here. Mexican is also should be hopefully incoming at some point. Juvenile literature, new taste of literature, yeah. In the 17th and 18th centuries, Puritans in England and America published children's books steeped in Protestant ethics. Some of the first children's books that had a purely educational message as well as entertainment value were published by John Newby in the 1740s. Okay, the rest of you, if you're interested in juvenile literature, have a look. There you go. You can pause anytime. I simply want to make right at the moment more progress than just reading every detail. And we have a new Naturalist Congress. Okay, Great Britain has invited to an international science congress. Topic will be the taxonomic classification of humans in the light of the theory of evolution. Professor Glydenfeld received a warm welcome. Okay, that's good. We won't miss this event. That's good. Denmark should be definitely involved in these discussions, since we are probably the predecessors of any modern type of human being. Yeah, Pego, and it's really morally disgusting how easily we're taking death of natural catastrophes and and stuff into account in our colonies, but we can't simply help at the moment. Interestingly, we have a French radical revolt at the meantime. To be honest, for the hope for the French, I kind of hope for them that this makes sense, right? This is their classical democratic republican revolt. They don't have the units. They don't have the units. While these idiots here that I bet they have a higher GDP already, they have Paris. That's gonna be interesting to see. Maybe somebody joins in. I'm not sure. Who is this already fighting? They have the Swiss are also with them. Okay. Well. After just 2 lectures, it became clear how competitive is what is essentially an administrative process in zoology. Even academic friendships are divided over the question of how people should be classified. Apparently it is no longer the scientific question as such that has gained the upper hand, but rather the associated implications. After morphological events were first brought into the field, the debate came to a head on a particular aspect of anatomy, the brain. Teodoro Iriarte, Teodoro Iriarte, Spanish pronunciation, sorry guys, presented several papers on the anatomical differences between apes and humans, stressing the impossibility of apes being transmuted into man. He asserted that humans were not merely a distinct biological order of primates, but a separate subclass of mammalia, distinct from all the other primates and mammals generally. Professor Iriarte based this classification on 3 characteristics, the most important being his claim that only the human brain has hippocampus minor. This was countered by Josef Roman Lorenz, who insisted that these supposedly unique features could indeed be found in great apes. When asked if he could live with the idea of being just a modified monkey, Professor Lorenz replied, "It is as respectable to be a modified monkey as it is as respectable to be a modified donkey as modified dirt." Yeah. I think we're going to the latter. I don't know the exact implication of it, but that was interesting. I can imagine that these kind of scientific questions also make a big, and it's still more prideful. Yeah, the 19th century is just not modernity yet, or it's so similar in so many ways, but so many thoughts and ideas are so still different from nowadays thinking that I feel like this is a challenge. It must have been quite a challenge for society to think or consider that, what the human is and stuff. That's why I was also quite hyped reading it, and there's other reason why, in comparison, or not in comparison, in contrast to what I just said before, I read this one because this is also a very good moment to end this episode. We arrived in 70 to wonderful New Year's again, and just the half an hour again. I'm really happy with this rhythm these days. Let me know, by the way, if would you like to see it faster, or if 2 years per episode is fine for you guys as well. Yeah, in general, let me know, of course, what you think down in the comments, and if you're still here and haven't yet, it would be simply fantastic, or I think you kind of owe it at this point to me to give me a like and subscription to support this channel a little bit, and so you wouldn't miss out on any future uploads and videos. Thank you so much for this, and then most importantly, see you next time in the next episode when we continue. Thanks for watching, see you then, bye. Your Strategy Wolf.